Hey there, so we're back in our Minecraft TypeScript project, and this is where we ended last time. We have a level generator with a little test scene so that we can render a bunch of levels and just see what pops out. We need a level renderer so we can zoom in to see the actual tiles and take a look around, and that is what we're going to start on today. So, we're going to need some tiles. We need these tiles. I mean, that's all the tiles that show up on these scenes, or in the levels. And let's start arranging this. I'm trying to think of how exactly I'd like this to work. We're going to need some sort of tile factory, and we're going to need the tiles. And each tile is going to have an ID. Excuse me. And that ID should be read-only. And then all of this is going to go into the tile factory. Can we do it like that? Yes, we can. Okay. Alright, we have a tile factory and a really generic tile class. Now we need to reconfigure this to use the tile factory. And stairs down to that's because it needs to be static. Alright, now we should be able to reference those. Left-hand side, so any number big int or enum type. Ah, because now the ID is a property like that. Place all tile IDs with tile factory. And then you stick an ID at the end of each one of those. So that should all be pointing at the tile factory now. And let's make sure that works. Oh. We need to probably fix our test scene also. That is also referring to tiles by ID. Oh. And what else is this one doing? Okay. And fix the import error up there. Just a spacing issue. And let's make sure this works. Level gen, so that still works. We're now referring to our tile factory and tile objects. And then next, I want to actually bring those map colors into the tile object. What we need to do is, every tile has a tile ID. We need to give it a map color. Sure. And throw that into the constructor. Okay, still need to work on the formatter. Hate when my formatters don't agree. That'll be a problem for a later time. I want to clean this up a bit because honestly it'll make this code easier to read. And being able to generate a map of the level on demand might turn out to be useful later. That one was water. Where is water? Let's delete these as we go. Don't want to lose track of what I'm doing. Grass. Rock. Dirt. Sand. Sand, sand, sand. Trees. Was I doing that right? I think I was doing that right. Stopped paying attention there for just a second. My autopilot gets me in trouble sometimes. Lava. Clouds. Where's the clouds? There it is. Tile 9. Stairs down. layers up. Cloud cactus. Flower. Regular cactus. Infinite fall. It's black but still has to be drawn. And then all three of the ore types use the same map color. And I'm just going to leave unknown alone. Let's see, is this right? Let's see, what I want to do is replace all of this with a different kind of constructor. Let me think. What I want to do is tile factory, get by ID, this level I, then pull the map color off of that, and then set pixel X, Y, and then like that. I think that would be great. But how do we implement that here? I wonder if we can do this. Push that in. Technically, we don't need that, and next ID is tile factory. That tile is that length. Can I do that? Let's find out, because that would be kind of neat. And then all these should actually be read-only as well. Let's just index that array to pull the color out and make this whole big block disappear. Oh, but did it work? Something broke. Cannot access tile factory before initialization. Yeah. Yeah, I thought something like that might happen. Okay. Technically, because of the way TypeScript and JavaScript worked, the tile factory type is not actually necessary. replace all those static read-onlys with const. Now, the nice thing about that is that we can define the tiles list before we define the type, I think. We do need to export all these. And the level generators are going to break. You know, one thing at a time. Import start everything as tiles. Can I do that? I'd like to do that. No, we'll just do it like this. It's fine. And then down here, tile.tiles. Oh, can't call this variable tile when we call the package tile. No, we call it package tiles. What am I doing? And then I think I'm actually going to define a function here for this. And then we're going to just let the tiles array be hidden. Get by ID should return a tile. Why is that complaining? Oh. And then that returns a tile, and then we can grab the map color. And then that's broken. Should just replace tile factory with tiles. We're good for that. Test again, make sure it all still works. And we can regenerate levels and all as well. I'm going to set up the level renderer scene and then probably pick up actually populating it next time. But the way you create a new scene in this system, level renderer scene. And for the time being, I actually want the level renderer to do the exact same thing as the level generator. Oddly enough. For reasons that will hopefully make sense next time. Oh! I don't like redefining the level width and level height in multiple places. We're going to define a level class right quick. Width, height, and depth. Then the default width will be 128. pass in a value, we'll use the default, and you have to pass in the depth. So alright, what's that fussing about? There we go. We'll use the regen level function here to help construct the level data. Generate level based off of the depth. And then I'm actually going to pull that into the constructor. That returns a 2D array of numbers. The first array is the array of tile data. And the second array is metadata. And why is that fussing now? Okay. Basic kind of level construct. Actually, I'll leave that public for now while we are developing this. Oh, I don't know. There, get tile. That allows us to get a tile index. Well, I actually wanted to return the tile object. Tiles, get by ID. There, now we can get a tile out of the tile index data. Going back to our level generator, we don't need the regen level here. We don't need the width and height. This is going to be a level object. We're going to construct a new level when you hit the regen button. And don't need to calculate the offset anymore. And the tile, we can ask the level. Get tile at X and Y. or that. And then we have a level generator and a level renderer. Go to the main menu and create a new button for the level renderer test. Just going to call that one level. All right. Does it work? Got level gen. That still works. Going back. Level. And that still works. All right, so the difference between the level generator and level renderer, in the level generator, each tile takes up 1 pixel. But in the level renderer, each tile takes up an 8x8 square of pixels. And we can actually, might start mocking that up right now. We're so close. Don't want to put default there. It's always going to be this size. Static. I don't know. I'm going to leave it like this. So for the renderer, instead of setting a pixel, x and y, I have a fill rect function. X times tile. Tile. Come here, you. I actually need to re-import the tiles object, tiles namespace. Width is tiles, tile width, tiles, tile height for the width and height of a rectangle, and the color is that color. And then theoretically, that should just make everything kind of blown up bigger. But it didn't. Something went terribly wrong. Oh, it went outside the bounds of the screen and then just kind of kept going. Let's take a look at fill rect. If y plus yd is less than 0, continue. If y plus yd is greater than or equal to the height, then break. And same thing for x. That should be a little better behaved. There you go, the top left of our level. Not much to see. And we can't move around yet because I haven't wired in the arrow keys. Let's go over to our sprite test and rip out the code to control the arrow keys. Oh, kind of want those also. Mouse move, mouse up, mouse down, for reasons that will become apparent soon. I have 2 key downs, I only need the 1. So we're going to render, we need to track the X offset and Y offset into the map. And probably need those velocity values also. Debating whether or not I should enable like mouse cursor dragging the map around the screen, but that can get confusing if you're also hovering over a button. I think I'm actually going to skip that part for the next. Let's reverse that. dx, dy. Offset X, offset Y, delta X, delta Y. And I cannot remember if I implemented an update. I did? Okay, cool. And then we move our offset according to the delta determined by the keyboard press. So when you press a key, like if I press the up arrow, delta Y will change to -1, and that -1 will continue to be added to the Y offset until you release the up arrow. And then down here in the fill rect, we're going to add that offset to both of these. Whoa. Yeah, that didn't quite work. It's kind of neat though. Let's see what's being spit out there. Developer tools. Oh, what we have are partial pixel values being thrown into the render functions. Okay. see, I've avoided doing that in all of my render functions because calls like this will happen a lot, and checking the input variables each time, it's going to have a cost associated with it that I'd rather not pay. So I don't know, I have to either do it in the fill rect or just outside the fill rect. No, we'll do it, and we'll work on making it faster if it's too slow. Should I do it on set pixel? Then it actually will happen constantly. We'll try it. We'll see what it looks like. And actually, it makes more sense to put that in the get offset function. If we're going to do that at all, and then why is that complaining? There we go. Okay, that's the generator. See if we can walk around the level. Very, very slowly. And that's what I was afraid would happen. Okay. Just gonna do it here. Okay, I think this will be the most efficient way to do it for now. Oh, another thing, which may have been the actual problem to begin with, we're incrementing by 0.5. That might have been the whole problem, actually. Should have done that to begin with. Level, and it's going the opposite direction from what I, well, is it? Basically, the X offset and Y offset are backwards. Right now I'm hitting the right arrow key, which instead of moving the map to the right, should move the player to the right, which would move the map to the left. So, let's fix that bit. I think what we need to do is this. Alright, moving down, going down into the map. And so that's looking good. We can walk around our map, walk through the desert, walk by the flowers, walk through the trees. going to do one more thing before we're done here. In the tile class, we're going to create a render function. And in the most generic sense, rendering a tile is the same as rendering the map color. Now we can actually tell that tile to render itself. We still need to calculate the x and y value. And make sure that still works. So yeah, being able to render a generic tile is the same as rendering a flat map color, and we can fill in the details for that later. But that's decent for a start. So next time we look at this, we'll be prettying up our tile renderers. So technically, this is the level renderer. We need to pretty up the tile renderers so that they actually render something that looks like the tiles we're aiming for on this background. And I believe that that will be it for today. So, hope you can join me next time. See you later.